never. All right, Merry Christmas to our dear loving listeners in Abuja and anywhere in the world. Today is the 25th day of December 2025 as we welcome you to the Christmas edition of the Super Citizen Newspaper Review on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. My name is Lawrence Omoite. Welcome to this great show. And as usual, we will be going through the headlines during the first half of the show. And we will be back after the break to look at some of the stories in details. All right, we start off with the Vanguard newspapers now. Gazette Furore, Tinubu can't stop tax law, says Oyedele. Lawyers disagree. Highways of fear, staying safe during festive season travels. All right, still staying with the Vanguard newspaper. We move on to the Nation newspapers now. We will continue to promote religious tolerance, says Tinubu. And CDS to troops. Nigeria is grateful to you. PDP may set up joint caretaker committee. And Osun House of Assembly passes 723 billion naira 2026 budget. Akume assures civil service of full digitization. And ex-UN envoy Martha Mbanefo dies at 95. ICPC is saying Dangote must testify in person. An APC chieftain to PDP, resolve your differences or merge with ADC. Okay. And next is the Sun newspaper now. Christmas, Tinubu vows firm defense of religious freedoms. And Gumisi court action over Facebook threat, defamation, properties worth 212 billion naira. And EFCC to produce detained Bauchi Finance Commissioner in court. And still on money laundering, EFCC files 16 charges against Malami San over ownership of 212 billion naira, 41 properties. And the cable newspaper is next now. No Nigerian should suffer for practicing their faith, says President Tinubu. And EFCC says we have not been served court order for Malami's release. And Dume asked Tinubu to suspend tax law implementation over forgery claims. We move on to the Tribune newspaper now. Atiku blames Tinubu for failure to enforce LG autonomy ruling. And Tinubu inaugurates APC Committee on Strategy, Conflict Resolution, Mobilization. And destruction of PDP dangerous for Nigeria's democracy. We move on to this day newspaper now. NUPRC and the NDIC emerged top on ICPC's 2025 Integrity Report. NNPC, FCSC at bottom. And Tinubu at Christmas, I'm committed to religious freedom, security of all Nigerians. And 2027, Tinubu inaugurates Boni-led 15-man APC Committee on Strategy, Conflict Resolution, Mobilization. And Tinubu mourns Nigeria's ex-permanent representatives to the UN, Arthur Mbanefo. And PIA Senate threatens sanctions as oil firms flout host communities' laws. Petroleum Ministry moves to fully automate activities, begins paperless interface. And Sanwo-Olu say new tax law designed to boost sub-national government's revenue needs. And Governor Ba signs 1.62 trillion naira Enugu 2026 budget into law. The Guardian newspaper is next now, and we start with the list story. Growing opposition threatens January implementation of tax laws. And 15.52 trillion naira debt service allocation is a huge fiscal burden, LCCI insists. Northern Governor's security plan for community recovery and regional inclusion. And story here, Donald Trump and the white man's burden in Nigeria. Lagos agency calls for vigilance responsibility during Yuletide. And NCAA directors reshuffled over alleged inefficiency in airworthiness unit. And UNILAG commits to preserving Nigeria's cultural heritage. PDP leaders move to reconcile factions, set up caretaker committee. And court remands 6 for assaulting LATMA care officer in Lagos. Zulum boosts troops' morale with improved logistics, welfare in Borno State. We move on to the Punch newspaper now. Christmas message, Tinubu governors preach unity, NLC rejects unfair taxation. And still staying with the Punch newspaper, House begins tax law probe. Ndume pushes for suspension. We played better against Tanzania, says. We played better against Nigeria, says Tanzania coach. That's on sport. MDAs underfunded by 15 trillion naira in 3 years. Nigerian nurses practicing in the UK hits over 16,000. And NNPC 12 others failed ICPC integrity test. Corruption masking God's blessings in Nigeria. And LP crisis, that's the Labour Party. Abure warns OT, others against Parallel Convention. I see opportunities, not impediments, says new NUPRC boss. And Davido joins Uncle Adeleke's party, Accord Party. And that's after winning $96,000 after predicting Super Eagles match against Tanzania. All right, we move on to Daily Trust now. NLC to Nigerians reject distorted tax law. And FIFA bans threatens Nigeria-US passengers traffic. APC in 2025, Tinubu's adoption, defections, enduring fault lines. Edo Assembly confirms rejected commissioner nominee after 83 days. PDP leaders weigh Saraki model to resolve party crisis. Atiku urges Tinubu to enforce Supreme Court ruling on LGA autonomy. An NLC to Nigerians, okay, we've seen that before. A reps panel to conclude tax laws alteration probe soon. All right, New Telegraph is next now. Christmas, Christ loves and humility. Fubara seeks unity, peaceful coexistence among Rivers people. Abbas Kalu great Christians pray for national rebirth. And Akpabio salutes Nigerians at Christmas, urges peace, love, and unity. Abia government takes full control of electricity regulation. All right, we move on to penpushing.com now. Davido joins Uncle Adeleke's Accord Party. You can get the details on penpushing.com. Penpushing celebrates Eddie Aino at 75. Eddie Aino is a member of the editorial board of penpushing.com. And 2 Kano state lawmakers die as apart. What a sad story there. Ogun State Head of Service commends Ogun State Economic Transformation Project for supporting Pillars to Strive. And another sad story here, students die. Students dies during examination. Oh. Well, you can check out penpushing.com For more of those stories, it's a source of authentic news globally. Yes, we'll take a short break now, and when we return, we'll look at some of the stories in details. There's still Super Citizen newspaper review on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. It's the Christmas edition. Please don't go away. We will be back in a moment.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
Wake up, Abuja. Rise and shine. Get ready to start your day on Sunrise at Citizen. Sunrise at Citizen 93.7. Join us from 5 a.m. to 12 noon as we bring you the latest news, trending topics, and the most music to kickstart your day. From politics to entertainment, sports to lifestyle, we've got you covered. Don't miss out on our interactive segments, contests, and giveaways that will keep you engaged and entertained. Start your day with a smile. So, set your alarms and wake up to the best morning show in the city. Sunrise at Citizen 93.7 FM, Abuja's go-to station for news, entertainment, and more. Sunrise at Citizen 93.7 FM, 5 a.m. to 12 noon, Monday to Friday. Let's get this day started.
Oya o my people, make una come gather here. Which kind tori una wan hear on top radio? Wetin dey catch fire on top social media? Bring am
on top Make We Talk Am for Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja every Monday go reach Thursday, and the time now 5:10 will be 10 minutes after 5. Make we talk am as e dey be.
Ẹ̀yin bàbá mi tí ẹ wà ní agbègbè Àbújá àti jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Rédíò kan ṣoṣo tí gbogbo èèyàn fẹ́ràn láti máa gbọ́, tó fúnni nímọ̀, tó fúnni lọ́gbọ́n, tó fúnni lóye. Citizen FM ní 93.7 ẹ máa gbọ́. Èmi Àlímọ̀t Àyìnlá Ọmọwúrà ló sọ fún yín pé gbogbo ìgbà tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ Citizen FM 93.7 inú yín ó mọ̀ dùn. Thanks for listening.
Omi tuntun tìrú ẹja tuntun wà ní odò ẹ̀tún máa gbọ́.
Ẹ̀yin bàbá mi tí ẹ wà ní agbègbè Àbújá àti jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Rédíò kan ṣoṣo tí gbogbo èèyàn fẹ́ràn láti máa gbọ́, tó fúnni nímọ̀, tó fúnni lọ́gbọ́n, tó fúnni lóye. Citizen FM ní 93.7 ẹ máa gbọ́. Èmi Àlímọ̀t Àyìnlá Ọmọwúrà ló sọ fún yín pé gbogbo ìgbà tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ Citizen FM 93.7 inú yín ó mọ̀ dùn. Thanks for listening.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọjọ Miliki. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọjọ Miliki. Óyá óyá óyá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọjọ ẹ̀sọ́ pẹ̀lẹ́ níjó wa. Óyá óyá óyá. This is Evangelist Professor Ebenezer Obey. I also enjoy listening to Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja. Please keep on listening to the soul of the nation. Thank you. Olúwa mi, mo jáde lọ láti ṣe iṣẹ́ òòjọ́ mi. Ìwọ nìkan lèmi ò mọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ lérò àti níṣẹ́.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
All right, thank you so much for staying tuned. It's still Super Citizen Newspaper Review on Citizen 93.7 FM, Abuja, and it's the Christmas edition. And this is the second half of the show. And Mr. Salman Salami is here, our Chief Operating Officer, and also my boss. Good morning, sir.
Very, very good morning to all Nigerians, not only the teaming Super Citizen listeners. Lawrence, a special good morning to you and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir. And I hope this Christmas greeting will come with, you have to, in Nigeria, we say, do the needful, whatever that means.
It's a Merry Christmas. And let me quickly remind you, today is the birthday of General Chris Musa.
Oh, great. Such a great man.
Sharing.
He was born on, he shared the same birthday with another great personality. Happy birthday, General Chris Musa. I don't even know where to start because this is a man that has given his best and is still giving his best. And this is a man that, for once, united Nigerians, even as polarized as we are politically in terms of religion and ethnicity. One man seems to have pulled everyone together, just like our love for soccer or our love for music. Nigerians are agreed that General Chris Musa is that man that will lead our onslaught against the criminals and those terrorizing Nigerians. Once again, happy birthday, General Chris Musa, Nigeria's Minister of Defense and former Chief of Defense Staff.
Our executive chairman, Alhaji Nojinjimo, sent a very good one to him. He called him the Prince of Peace.
Exactly. And that's ironical, being that he is a man with a military background. And you know the job of the military. You bulldoze. You stop any threat by whatever means necessary. This is a man that is used to that kind of life. But his personality, sometimes, Mr. Salami, when you look at Chris Musa, he doesn't cut across as your normal military man.
He's a soldier with a difference.
But don't be deceived by that gentleman, you know.
Oh my God! At times when he looks at me in the eye, I shiver.
You feel the chills.
Honestly, you are better off with him just like that.
Exactly.
If you see the other side.
No, you can. Mr. Salami, you cannot rise to the position of a general in the Nigerian army, head different formations over the years, and then you will just be a softie.
But truth be told, he has the milk of human kindness flowing in his veins.
All right. Once again, on behalf of everyone here at Citizen FM, happy birthday, the People's General. Mr. Salami, let's move on with the story. The Punch newspaper, Christmas messages. Tinubu governors preach unity. NLC rejects unfair taxation. As Christians faithful mark the birth of Jesus Christ today, President Bola Tinubu and state governors have admonished Nigerians to embrace peace. The president reaffirmed his commitment to religious tolerance, declaring that no Nigerian would be made to suffer or die because of their religious beliefs, just as Nigerian Labour Congress demanded tax justice. In his Christmas message to Nigerians, the president stressed that religious tolerance remains a core national value that binds the country together despite its diversity.
Well, I read the president's Christmas message to Nigerians, and I said, wow, this is good. Very good, very inspiring, and it reflects or reflected the mood of the season. This is the season of joy. This is the season of love. And this is the season of peace. This is the season when we should remember our neighbors, our brothers, and be, in the real sense of the word and in capital letters, our brother's keeper. The man we are celebrating, this reason for the season, is the uncommon nature and the life he lived. The two most respected personalities in the world, Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad, the two of them have changed the world. They have changed the perception of life, and they have redefined the purpose of life. Even up to today, the meaning of life is beyond life. Curiously, where the two of them came from, they are still praying for peace, even though they are princes of peace. Peace to the world. Let us get the message of this season. It does not only contain in merrymaking, even though we should marry. In fact, what they will tell you, they won't say be peaceful, they say Merry Christmas. It is not all about merriment. We should, the reason for the season should not be lost on us. We should spread joy, love, and peace.
Exactly, Mr. Salami. But I think for me, as leaders, because sometimes I chuckle when I read Christmas messages. These are just stereotypes. They have the format ready. Next year, if you check out the Christmas message from our leaders, it will just be the same thing, just that the dates will change. And they call for peace, call for unity, call for love and everything. But what has changed in the life of our leaders? This Christmas season or any other season, has it stopped you from being corrupt? Has it stopped you from dipping your hand into the public till? Has it stopped you from being inefficient, or you look away when your aides or the people you appointed are misbehaving in office? Has the Christmas season stopped that? No. Has it stopped you from plotting how to rig election? No. But when it comes to seasons like this, you issue statements, people issue statements, local government, ministers, everybody in government, they call for love. Do you really love people? If you love Nigerians, will you misbehave in office? Will you use the opportunity of office to enrich yourself and your family and even generations yet unborn? We should always walk the talk, and not just engage in what my boss used to call hollow statements at the end of the day. Very important.
Well, let us continue to pray for peace, genuine love, and unity in Nigeria.
Yeah, we continue to pray for peace, sincerely, genuinely. And when we pray for peace, we also do things that we know would ensure peace. And not we pray for peace on one hand and we instigate violence on the other hand. You instigate two groups to get into a fight and you say you're praying for peace. But, well, we digress. Still staying with the Punch newspaper, Mr. Salami, House begins tax law probe, Ndume pushes for suspension. What is this about this tax law? Okay, let's read the story. The House of Representatives Committee investigating alleged discrepancies in Nigeria's gazetted tax law has pledged to submit its report as soon as it works. His work is concluded. Chairman of the committee, Mukhtar Betara, gave the assurance following the inaugural meeting of the panel, which was held in Abuja on Tuesday. Betara chairs the 7-member committee constituted by the House after the adoption of a matter of privilege raised 2 weeks ago by a lawmaker from Sokoto State. The Suki had drawn the attention of the Green Chamber to what it described as troubling inconsistencies between tax laws passed by the National Assembly and versions subsequently gazetted and circulated, including copies within government offices. Ms. Salami, this has generated a lot of controversy. The NPA is calling for a suspension, the NLC is calling for a suspension, Atiku Abubakar is calling for a suspension, and so many other things.
Well, it is troubling and disturbing that the alleged gazetted version is different from the version that was passed by the National Assembly. To that extent, I think there is a need for a probe. But the issue is this. If something has been gazetted, what do you do with it? I think let us have a second look at it and find a way of resolving it amicably with a view to realizing what was passed. Because the important thing is the version that was passed supposed to be the version that should have been gazetted. Then let there be consequence. How come the gazetted version is different from the version passed by the National Assembly? Who and who were involved in this? There must be consequence.
Absolutely. At the end of so we await the findings of the House Committee on that probe. Still staying with the Punch newspaper, corruption masking God's blessings in Nigeria. That's EFCC's chair. Well, in the spirit of the season, we look at this. The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has said corruption is masking God's abundant blessings on Nigeria and continues to hold the country back from attaining its full potential. Olukoyede made the remarks in Abuja where he urged Nigerians to unite against corruption in order to unlock national prosperity and strength. According to him, corruption remains a major obstacle to Nigeria's progress, preventing the manifestation of the abundant life God intends for the nation.
Well, you don't need anybody to tell you that corruption is a major problem, a cankerworm that has eaten deep into the fabric of all sectors in this country. Let me give you a task today, and I will provide the fund. Go to Jai and see the edifice that housed EFCC. Corruption is so important to us. It's so beautiful. It's so enamored that even the building dedicated to fighting corruption itself is bigger and better than some university teaching hospitals. Honestly, to me, you may think that I'm joking with this. I am not. I'm just trying to explain graphically and vividly what corruption means. So corruption is so important that it took that large chunk of our money that even the building housing the office of EFCC is better than the Supreme Court of Nigeria. What does that tell you? For example, look at what Malami, former Attorney General of Nigeria, was alleged to have embezzled, and what was alleged to be the proceeds of corruption, running up to 221 billion. Lawrence, come on, what are we talking? Not only Malami alone. There is a need for us to chronicle the list of names of those who have stolen this country blind. Not those who are in court. Those that the cases that have been concluded. And what has come of it. A friend said that even when money was, the looted money was
returned,
collected,
it was relooted.
It will be relooted, and that is what is known as a looter continua.
And not the Aluta continua we used to know when we were at school.
You didn't tell me. You just said that that's what is termed a looter.
Okay.
And I laughed and laughed and laughed, but this is not a laughing.
All right, but Mrs. Allen, let us not confuse our young ones so that they will not think when they hear Aluta continua, it simply means the struggle continues.
No,
but what Mr. Salam is saying is something else. All right, maybe because of the circumstances that we have seen ourselves, that's why the nation will need to devote so much resources to fight this corruption. But for me, I think, Mr. Salami, will it not be better for us to devote so much energy at preventing corruption than going after people? Because I tell you, we used to joke about it that if you are accused of embezzling large chunk of money, you will be treated with kid gloves. It is far better to prevent corruption than to go after corrupt people, because number one, when that person has gotten such huge amount of money, he can afford the best lawyers, he can afford to drag the case, he can afford to pay off witnesses and compromise some very corrupt officials who are also investigating him and stuff like that. So the long run, it's always better to prevent.
You know what they call money power?
Yeah.
Funny enough, whether he got in wealth, whether it was you work for it, whether it was, money has power. And money power is real. Especially ill-gotten wealth in the hand of unscrupulous and unconscionable person. And in the first instance, if you are conscionable, will you steal?
You won't even dare.
The truth is this. Prevention is not only better than cure, it's cheaper. And don't allow people to have access to our commonwealth. The rate and the way they have stolen this country. In fact, the problem with this country is corruption. Ordinarily, no Nigerian should go to bed without food. God bless this country. We have a lot of resources. this country is so blessed in such a manner and way that Nigerians should be flowing with the milk of honey and what? Human kindness. But we have none. Our woes to a large extent are self-inflicted.
And another question you need to ask is, Mr. Salami, what is our attitude to corruption and corrupt people as a nation, as citizens, as family members, as friends, as members of the same church, as members of the same club? What is our attitude to a public...
We don't frown. We don't frown against it.
If a public officer is given an appointment today, everyone expects him to make money.
Of course.
They will say, this is your time, this is your opportunity. Everyone will go there, you look for contract, you look for favors, put pressures on the person, and so many other things.
Where do you expect the man?
What is our attitude to that?
What is his salary?
People don't frown.
And we celebrate corruption.
Exactly.
Because the former accountant general of Nigeria, the man who hails from Kano, he was given a chieftaincy title.
We've seen cases in this country where people come out of prisons and they are given receptions.
Of course.
People buy uniform and they give him a hero's
Even from a tribe that you would have thought that they will frown against such a thing.
So we really it's
we
not,
celebrate corruption.
When we talk corruption,
and corrupt
people tend to look at, it's not just the governors, the ministers, and people in high office. Even, let's come back home, Mr. Salami.
Even the church and the mosque.
Even our civil service, what is happening there? Even the processes in the MDAs, what is happening? Even our courts, even the investigating agencies itself, that are given the responsibility by the law to investigate and charge corrupt officials. We've seen cases, a lot of cases of compromise.
Well, honestly, like Femi Falana would say that, where do I start from? I say, okay, start from where you should start from.
It's sad.
Unfortunate for this country.
It's sad.
Really, really sad.
It's sad.
But we should not give up.
Give up. No. Actually, we shouldn't. If not for anything, because of posterity, and we just need to do our best. That's why we always call on citizens to always ask the right questions, call your leaders to account, and monitor what is going on around you at the end of the day.
And even we journalists, as purveyors of news, we should follow corruption cases to the end. The Beta Edu case. Are we still saying something about it? There are so many other cases of corruption. What has come of it? They are still moving free in the streets years after they have been accused of corrupt practices. Quite many of them have been given chieftaincy title. The societal perception and attitude to corrupt cases of corruption is bad.
Exactly.
It's bad. We should not reward corrupt people. Our attitude to it, we should be repulsive.
Well, Mr. Salami, on the flip side, a lot of people would be quick to say that, maybe because of this economic situation in the country, people are hungry.
You can't justify it.
This is a festive period now. People are likely to troop to the houses of people who have embezzled money and bought trailer loads of rice to share.
Where would that lead?
Nobody's going to ask question, where did this rice come from? They are only just to get the rice and everything.
Look, it's unfortunate that even if you eat that rice, how sustainable is it?
But let's eat it first and stay alive. Then we'll start thinking how we sustain ourselves.
Then,
because you used to say now that it's only you that you are alive. It's only the one that is alive that we need to think. A dead man does not think.
I don't know. It fall my hand.
No, but seriously speaking, Mr. Salami, these things go hand in hand. A society that when you have majority of the people self-reliant, majority of the people are gainfully employed. I'm not talking about government employment now. You have the infrastructure in place, and the tendency is that more and more people will rely less and less on patronage from some of these people.
I even want to believe that our people deliberately weaponize poverty.
Exactly.
Especially politicians. And I'm saying this with all sense of responsibility. Why will you think or believe that it is better for people to come and queue in your house for a mudu of rice than to make them know how to fish? Why don't you teach them? even I was reading something about a philanthropist that he will not even teach you how to fish. He will create a lake.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not deep?
Very
It
deep.
has passed the stage of teaching you how to fish, but he will create a lake.
Provide that environment for you to thrive at the end of the day because of the multiplier effect. You understand? And sometimes we say what you may about some of our very wealthy Nigerians. Some of them have created impact on a lot of Nigerians. I don't just want to start mentioning names.
No, the UBA man. We must.
Exactly.
We must name and shame.
Because this is a man that his impact covers the whole of the country.
Look at Dangote. Today, we are able to drive into the fuel stations without a queue. They are even begging customers to please come to our station and buy. Remember, it wasn't like this. We should not take some things for granted.
It used to be a yearly ritual.
And of course, quite many people are not happy, especially our friends who are making fortune from a misfortune. There are quite some good people in this country.
Exactly. All right. Well, you can join the conversations 0903-2229-797. That's 0903-2229-797. You can also call us on 0818-222205. Mr. Salami, let's take a look at political parties. There seems to be no let-up in the crisis within the political circle. Let's look at the Labour Party. Abure is warning Governor Oti, others against Para Convention. And this is the story. The leadership crisis rocking the Labour Party has deepened with the Julius Abure-led National Working Committee warning Abia State Governor Alex Oti, his deputy, and key loyalists of former presidential candidate Peter Obi to desist from actions capable of undermining the party, including plans to organize a parallel national convention. The warning was issued by, just a moment, I think we have a caller. Okay, we've lost it. Okay, well, you can call back 0903 229 or 0818 22205. So, okay, I think it has changed. Let's take this corner. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Lawrence.
Good morning. Is that Mr. Salami?
Morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning to Mr. Salami.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good morning, my brother. Please go ahead.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you, my brother. Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
You all be welcome, Nigeria. You all be welcome.
Okay.
And, happy birthday to Mr. Musa.
General Chris Musa, Minister of Defense.
Happy birthday to you. Long life and prosperity for all of us.
Amen. Amen.
Nigeria will be prosper. Thank you.
All right, you can still call us 0903 2229797. You can also call us on 0818 2222205. Mr. Salami, you were about to react to the Labour Party crisis, but maybe we should also put this together before you react. PDP may set up a joint caretaker committee. Concerns People Democratic Party leaders have begun moves to broker peace between the two factions of the party. The peace move is said to be in accordance with a formula suggested by former Senate President Bukola Saraki. According to sources, PDP leaders who are interested in averting uncertainties ahead of the election have reached out to the factional leaders, Nyesom Wike and Alhaji Saminu Turaki. Mr. Salami.
Well, there is no doubt that it's not well in almost all the three major parties. Even yesterday, was it day before yesterday, that the president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, set up a committee, reconciliation and mobilization committee, headed by Buni, the governor of Yobe State. And the PDP now calling for a truce. And Abure, the erstwhile national president of LP, factional president of the LP,
Chairman.
factional chairman, national chairman of the LP, calling on the governor or on Governor Oti not to recognize or
not to conduct a parallel
or do business and conduct a parallel convention. Well, you see, that is the nature of political parties the world over. It is more about reconciling and settling disputes and conflicts in such a way that you don't lose members. When you allow justice to prevail and you give people a sense of belongingness, that is when you can keep your members. And when you remain faithful and you engage in what I call people-centered policies and programs, it is then and not until then that you can have a very united and peaceful party. But let's come to it. In this climb, political parties are seen as vehicles to get into power, to seizing power, and doing what after getting the power. If our experience is anything to go by, then it's for personal aggrandizement. We have not gotten there. Where public office is seen as public trust, and mandates or campaign promises are seen as canticles and are kept. I hope we'll get there one day. But I think the people should know that sovereignty belongs to them, and they should hold public office holders accountable to their promises, election promises. They will come to you during election time. They will promise heaven and earth. They will do everything to get your vote. It ends there. You have another meeting with them 4 years after. You have appointment with them only 4 years after that one. And our people seem to be seasonal thinkers, because they will come to you, you still accept them, and all they will give you is a cup of
rice,
Maggi, and the rice. And you feel that is all you need in life. Don't mortgage the future of your children, even if you have mortgaged yours.
Mrs. Salome, yes, great talk, but I know that it's easier said than done. I'm a realist. Mrs. Salome, a man who is hungry and desperate does not have principles. That is the truth about it. I think the first thing we need to do is to make sure that we have good governance in place where people can make a living with dignity. It's only someone who has satisfied the basics of life that can ask questions, that can look at his local government chairman in the face and say, no, I can't do this. Not a man whose children are indoors, they have not gone to school, they've not eaten for the day, and the man will flaunt a model of rice and maybe 5,000 naira, and you say, no, because of principles, I'm not going to take it. Let's face facts. We talked about weaponizing poverty. These people are good at it.
I've been saying it, but I want to change it. You know, I've been telling you that of all democracies, the first democracy is the democracy of the belly.
Exactly.
And I've been telling you in the newsroom too that don't always tell people not to sell their PVC. Yeah. Somebody who is hungry, somebody who is being disturbed by the landlord every day, he will not only sell his PVC, he will sell his children's home. But that is not the way to go.
Exactly.
That is just not the way to go. Because, Lawrence, honestly, let's leave it.
I think we'll leave it. We'll see. We have a lot to talk about these issues, and we will do that in the course of our programs in future. But meanwhile, thank you so much, Mr. Solomon Salami. It's always great to have you on the show.
Well, let us remain grateful to God. And Merry Christmas once again.
Yes, Merry Christmas. So everyone there, well, the program returns tomorrow, bright and early, 7 a.m. My name is Lawrence Omoiti. Merry Christmas.